Hello friends, welcome you all for this today new video, and today we are going to see a topic called time and work. Friends, in this video I have taught you many different kinds of sum, that is the question that is based on alternate days and the additional men that is added and the wages based problems and many different problems. So I hope today you are going to enjoy this video by watching it. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and also share this video on my Facebook page. So friends, let me move on to all those different questions. Let me move on to question number 1 on the topic called time and work, right? So let me move on to this question, friends. A complete a work in 20 days while B in 30 days and C in 60 days. A works continuously on every third day. A is assisted by B and C. In how many days the work gets completed, right? So friends, now first set we are going to see 3 questions, that is the question that is based on alternate days. Why? Because I have got so many mails that students can't able to solve the alternate days question, right? So friends, first of all let me understand the concept, right? A can complete a piece of work in 20 days, similarly B can 30 days and C can 60 days, and they have said that A works continuously but A is starting the work, right? On every third day A is assisted by B and C. So friends, I am just going to explain you one important concept. If you know that concept, you can crack all the difficulty or medium or easy level that is based on an alternate days, right? In order to explain you, I am writing those steps, right? In your exams, if you see these types of question, you can just like that calculate in a mind itself, right? Easy question, friends. Okay, first of all let me understand one thing. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, right? It's going on, right? First of all, A is starting the work, so we can say that day number 1 A is working, day number 2 also A is working, but on every third day only A is assisted by B and C. So we can say one thing, that on every third day the 3 person are working, that is A plus B plus C. Similarly on the 4th day, next cycle, on the 5th day A, on the 6th day A plus B plus C. Friends, understand the concept. On every third day A is assisted by B and C. Friends, in this concept, right, just take only one cycle. We can call this as one cycle. Friends, clear on the concept? We can call this as one cycle. Similarly, there will be another cycle 4, 5, 6, right? 4, 5, 6 will be another cycle. Similarly, it will goes on, right? But our target is to find, just take only one cycle, friends. I am taking this cycle. In this cycle, there are how many days? 1, 2, 3. There are 3 days. Right? In this cycle there are 3 days, and inside this 3 days how many days A is working? Target every single person, right? How many days A is working? 1 day, 1 day, 1 day. So we can say that 3 days the person A is working, so I can say as 3A. And what about B? B is working for only 1 day, C is also working for only 1 day, so I can say that 3A plus B plus C. Friends, I hope you understand this concept. If you make this equation properly, you can solve all the questions, right? 3. How about 3, friends? This 3, I have written this number 3 only based on a cycle, right? This cycle consists of 3 days. So here 3. Inside this circle, next we need to target every single person, right? So A is working for 3 days and B for 1 day and C for 1 day. Now let me calculate, friends. 3 into A. What about A? A can complete a piece of work in 20 days. Similarly, what about B? B can complete in 30 days and C can complete in 60 days. So now take LCM of 60, right? So if I take LCM of 60, so 3 into 20 will be 60. So 3 into 3 will be 9. So 9 plus 2 plus 1. So I can say that 12 divided by 60, where 12 by 60 when we cancel 1 by 5. So I can write this answer as 1 divided by 5. Friends, remember that we have calculated 3 of 3A plus B plus C equal to 1 by 5. But we need to find 3A plus B plus C, where this 3 goes to the denominator. So 1 divided by 15. So finally the work gets completed in 15 days. So friends, I think this is one of the easiest method. There are so many methods to solve. Remember friends, I am not telling that this is the only method to solve this question. There are so many methods, but whatever method if you use, you can't able to use those method for a next sum or a difficulty sum. That method will be applicable for only particular sums, right? So I can say that this method is applicable for all the sums. So only I have taught you this method. Friends, remember that we need to take one cycle. Inside this cycle we need to say how many days, and second step, inside the cycle we need to target every single single person. So after finding, don't stop 1 by 5. Already inside on the left hand side we have 3. So bring this 3 to the denominator. So 1 by 15. So finally we can say that the work completed according to their concept, the work gets completed in 15 days. So go and watch sum number 2 and sum number 3. I hope you, after watching all the 3 sums, you can crack all the alternate days or the question that is based on these types of concepts. Friends, listen carefully. Most of the students were saying that what about pipes and pistons? Friends, pipes and pistons also the same method. If they are saying tap 1 is open, tap 2 is open, on the third day at the third hours, right, we can say that for 1 hour tap A is opening and the 2 hours also tap A is opening, but on the third hour 3 taps are gets open. So same concept or not? Same concept, friends. Everything will be same concept. So you can frame a question that is based on pipes and pistons also. This is also a same method. So kindly watch all the 3 sums. Let me move on to the second interesting question. ABC can do a piece of work in 11 days, 20 days and 55 days respectively, working alone, right? How soon can the work be done if A is assisted by B and C on alternate days? So friends, first of all, let me understand the concept of the question, right? So ABC can do a piece of work that is respective. They have given that alone. That means A can complete a piece of work in 11 days, B can complete a piece of work in 20 days and C can complete a piece of work in 15 days. And they have said that A is assisted by B and C on alternate days, right? That means second day and fourth day, sixth day, where A is assisted by B and C. Let me apply the same concept which I taught you in the previous sum, right? So similarly, let me keep it as day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and we doesn't know on which day the work gets completed, right? So first of all, day number 1, we know that A is starting the work and A is assisted by B and C on every alternate days. That means on the second day where A plus B plus C, and the third day again A and again A plus B plus C. So this way the work gets going, right? So friends, we know that every cycle we should take one cycle, right? Here it is one cycle, then second cycle, third cycle, and in every one cycle let me see how many days, right? I am just taking this as one cycle. In one cycle there are 2 days, so 2. And we know that in this cycle where A is working for 2 days and B for 1 day and C for 1 day. So I can say that A is working for 2 days and B for 1 day and C for 1 day. Friends, clear on the concept? Where A is working for 2 days and B is for 1 day and C is for 1 day. The complete cycle is for 2 days. So equal to where 2A, that is 2 into, we know that A can complete a piece of work in 11 days. So 1 by 11. So similarly plus B, where B can complete a piece of work in 20 days and C can complete a piece of work in 55 days. So let me take LCM, friends. 55, 20, 11. I think 220 will be LCM, right? So 220 will be LCM. So we need to multiply this by 20, right? So when we multiply 2, so it becomes 40 plus. So 20 here it is. So we need to multiply by 11. So here it is 11 plus 55 into 4. So here it is 4. So I can say that 11 plus 4 will be 15. So 15 plus 40 will be 55. So I can write this as 55 divided by 220. So when we cancel, that is 1 by 4. Don't put the answer as 4 days, right? Listen carefully, friends. We have calculated 2A plus B plus C will be 4 days. So we need to write 2 of 2A plus B plus C, which we calculated is 1 by 4. So finally 2A plus B plus C is equal to 1 by 8. So finally we got the answer as 8. So according to their concept, the work gets completed in 8 days. Friends, I hope everyone have understood this methodology to solve. Friends, these types of question can be solved by units method or some parts method, or they will say that A can do this much of unit, B can do this much of unit. You can solve those by using those methods also, you can get an answer. But remember one thing, learn the proper methodology. That is most important. If the efficiency is given, if 30% more efficient than B or 30% less efficient than B, then we can't able to solve by using those units or parts method. So in those cases we can apply this method. Whatever the sum is difficult, but the sum question that is based on alternate method, we can definitely use this concept for all the sums. Let me move on to the question number 3, and where the question number 3 is also based on our alternate days concept, right? So let me move on to this question, friends. A can complete a piece of work in 6 days, while B can complete in 12 days. Starting with A, they work alternate days. In how many days work gets completed, right? So friends, listen carefully, friends. They have said that A can complete a piece of work in 6 days. Then similarly B can complete a piece of work in 12 days, and they have said that starting with A. So A is starting, and where they work alternate days. So same concept, apply the same concept, friends, right? So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Don't write this in your exams, right? This is a waste of time. You should, if you know the concept, you can directly proceed the step. So first of all, A is working, then day number 2 B is working, again A, again B. We can say that this is one cycle, right? So our target is to find when the work gets completed. So friends, in this cycle we have 2 days, so 2, but A is working for only 1 day and B is working for only 1 day. So I can write that A plus B. So this A plus B is one cycle where both the persons are working only 1 day, but total days in this cycle will be 2. So equal to, we know that A can complete a piece of work in 6 days. Similarly, B can complete a piece of work in 12 days. We know that LCM will be 12. So 2 plus 1, that will be 3. So 2 plus 1, that is 3. So 3 divided by 12, that is 1 divided by 4. So we can say that 2 into A plus B will be 1 divided by 4. So A and B can do a job in 8 days. So finally we got the answer, that is 8 days. So friends, I hope that by seeing all the 3 different questions, you can understand the concept of this alternate days clearly, right? So there are more number of difficulty questions, but learn this medium level question first of all, right? On the next week or after 10th or 12th of September, we can go for a toughest level question that is based on an alternate days, right? So friends, I hope you might watch these 3 questions, and now you have an idea to solve this alternate days. So let me move on to the different concept, next concept on the topic time and work. Let me move on to the 4th question, right? ABC can do a piece of work in 36, 54, 72 days respectively. They started the work, but A left 8 days before the completion of work, while B left 12 days before the completion of the work. The number of days which C is worked. So friends, this is based on the concept called leaving, right? The time and work based on the concept where some persons are leaving at some time. So friends, remember that this is a video which I have already posted 4 or 5 months ago, right? Which is one of the most important concept on time and work, that is based on leaving or joining, right? So friends, in this video I have just explained you only based on 2 persons, right? That is A and B. A is leaving or B is joining, like that. But here most of the students have mailed me that how to solve these types of questions based on 3 persons, right? So let me solve this question, and the next sum is also most important, where most of the students have mailed me that if A plus B together leaves, what we can do, right? So first of all, let me concentrate on this question. So after solving it, we can move for those difficult questions, right? So friends, what you should do in this question is most important, friends. There are 3 persons, right? One is A and another is B and another is C. So friends, you need to check one thing, that which person is starting the work and who is till the end of the work. That is important, friends. Look at your friends, A left 8 days before the completion of the work. So A is leaving at some time. He is not till at the end. So we can eliminate A. Look at B, friends. B left 12 days before the completion of the work. So B is also leaving at some time. We can say that the person C is starting the work and he was till the end. So I can say that X is the number of days that the work gets completed. Why? Because C is from the starting till the ending. So for the complete work, the person C will be there. If I put C equal to 10, we can say that the work done, that is the work gets completed in 10 days. So let me keep it as X is the number of days that is worked by C. We can assume that X is the total number of work get completed. And now they have said that B left the work 12 days before the completion. We know that X is the completion of the work. If it is 12 days, so we can say that X minus 12. Similarly, A left 8 days before the completion of the work. So I can say that X minus 8. Understand the concept, friends? If you know this concept, you can crack all the question that is based on leaving or joining, right? So after finding that, you should know only one thing, that equal to 1. These 3 persons are doing one job, right? Friends, got it? First person, this is first person, second person, third person. All the 3 persons are doing one job and they have completed a job. We know that A can complete a piece of work in 36 days, divide by 36, and B can complete a piece of work in 54 days, and C can complete a piece of work in 72 days. And we have found one thing, that A is working X minus 8 days, but we doesn't know how many days A worked, but we can say that out of this 36 days, he alone can complete a piece of work in 36, but out of this 36 days, X is X minus 8. right? The person A worked. Similarly, the person B can complete the work in 54 days, but we doesn't know how many days B worked, but we know that X minus 12 is the work done by B, and we know that out of 72 days the person X, C, right? So equal to 1. If we solve this equation, we can finally get the number of days C is worked. If we find the value of X, then we can clearly say that this is the number of days where C is worked. So friends, let me now take an LCM of this question, friends. Right, 36, 54 and 72. I think 216 will be LCM, right? 36, I think 216 will be LCM, friends. 216. So let me multiply, I think 6 times, right? So 6 into X minus 8 plus 4 into X minus 12. So plus, that is I think 3, right? So 3 into X, so equal to 1. So let me solve this equation. So here it is 6X minus 8, 6 are 48 plus 4X minus 48 plus 3X. 3X divided by 216 is equals to 1. So 6X, 10X, then here it is 13X. So 13X is equals to, so 216. So 216 plus, then we can say, friends, minus 48 and minus 48, which is 96. So plus 96. So we can say that 13x is equal to 312. So x is equal to 24. So finally we can say that the work done by C will be answer is 24. So friends, I hope you can apply this method for all the question that is based on the leaving or joining. If it is joining, also same concept, friends, right? Just kindly watch that video. Don't forget to watch. If you didn't watch the time and work, leaving and joining, so kindly watch that video first of all, then come back to the sum. This sum will be little bit medium level question, right? But you should know how to solve this question by using our methodology. So let me move on to the next hard level question, where some of the students have mailed me that how to apply this concept for those questions, right? So let me move on to those questions and see. Let me move on to the another interesting question that is sent from one of my subscribers. A and B can finish a job in 10 days while B and C can do it in 18 days. A started the job and worked for 5 days, then B worked for 10 days, and the remaining job is finished by C in 15 days. In how many days C alone have finished the whole job, right? So friends, moreover, many students have mailed me that how to use the technique in this question, whether our technique can be applied here or not. Yes friends, we can apply our technique in all the concepts that is based on some persons are working or remaining concept, right? If it is a remaining based sum, then we can definitely apply our technique. So friends, before solving this sum, let me understand the concept, right? I hope that everyone can understand the concept. A and B can do a piece of work in 10 days, and what about B and C can finish a job in 18 days? But they have said that A started the work and working for 5 days, and then B worked for 10 days, then the remaining job is completed by C in 15 days. Our target is to find in how many days C alone have finished the whole work. Friends, I hope this concept everyone knows. If I ask you, if all the 3 persons are doing a job, right? If I ask you, if all the 3 persons are working, then how many days the work gets completed? Everyone can solve like this, right? So A plus B plus C is equal to 1, right or wrong? I think everyone knows this concept. Friends, if I ask you what is the work done by C alone, then you can say that C is equal to 1 minus A plus B. Right, so this is all the 3 persons are doing a job. If I ask you what is the work done by C, then everyone will say that C equal to 1 minus A plus B. So friends, this is the important concept. Right. Let me apply the technique, friends. First of all, I'm just going to do one thing. See here, friends, all the 3 persons are doing one job, right? I know everyone knows this technique, right, which I've already taught you in many sums. So all the 3 persons are doing a one job, right? That is equals to A plus B plus C, that is they are doing one job. Friends, listen carefully. A and B can finish a job in 10 days. I am just putting 10 here, where this 10 determines A plus B. Friends, got the idea? Where A plus B done a job in 10 days. Similarly, B plus C can finish a job in 18 days. I can say write it as 18 here. I am just taking B plus C. So friends, our target is to find what is the C alone. So let me keep C alone here. Friends, clear on the concept, where A plus B can do a job in 10 days, B plus C can do a job in 18 days, but C alone, we don't know how many days C alone have worked, but equal to 1. After writing this, let me move on to the question, right? See here, friends, A started the job and worked for 5 days. So A is starting the job and he is working for 5 days. So I am just putting 5 here. Why 5 here? Because A is working for 5 days. Friends, if I put 5 here, this means that A is working for 5 days and B is also working for 5 days. Friends, clear on the concept? If I put 5 here, A is working for 5 days, and inside this 10 days where both the persons are working, right? So I can say that A is working for 5 days and B is also working for 5 days. See the next line, friends. B worked for 10 days. That means already we know that B is working for 5 days here. Now B is working for 10 days. So I can write only 5 here. Now compare, friends. A is working for 5 days and B is for 5 days, and here B is for 5 days. So totally B work will be 10 days. Friends, clear on the concept? But here inside this 18 we have B plus C. So we can say that B is working for 5 days and C is also working for 5 days. Let me see the last line, friends. See here, and the remaining job is finished by C in 15 days. Friends, remaining job is finished in 15 days. We know that already C is working for 5 days here. Now we can say that only 10 days C have done. So we can say that, let me assume then X. So friends, if you write this equation correctly, you can solve all the questions. Friends, I hope everyone might understand this concept. A plus B, B plus C and C alone, right? So A plus B, we know that A plus B can finish a job in 10 days. Initially they have said that A started a job and worked for 5 days. If I put 5 here, this meaning that A worked for 5 days and B is also worked for 5 days. Then in second line they have said that B worked for 10 days. Don't put 10 here. Why? Because already B is working for 5 days here. So I need to put only 5. If I put 5 here, this assume that B is working for 5 days and C is also working for 5 days, right? So after that they have said that the C is working for 15 days. Here C is working for 5 days, so only 10 days remaining. Our target is to find what is the C alone, so equal to 1 job. So if you write this equation correctly, friends, you can crack all the questions, right? So our target is to find only C, right? We have done that C equal to 1 minus A plus B. Similarly, let me keep this part on the left hand side. So equal to 1 minus, that is 5 divided by 10 plus 5 divided by 18. So 10 by X is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2 plus 5 by 18. Right? So we need to put bracket here, right? So 10 divided by X is equal to 1 minus, so let me take LCM as 18, that is 9 into 2 is 18, that is 9, and here it is plus 5. So friends, 9 plus 5 will be 14, so 14 divided by 18, right? So 10 divided by X is equal to 1 minus 14 divided by 18. Let me try to cancel it on 2 table, friends. If I cancel this on 2 table, 7 divided by 9. So 10 divided by X is equal to 9 minus 7 divided by 9. So 10 by X. So 2 divided by 9. So X is equal to, when we bring this X to the numerator, so 10 into 9 divide by 2. So finally we can say that by cancelling this on 5 times, so X is equal to 45. So finally, according to the given data, we can clearly say that C alone can finish the work in 45 days. So friends, I hope everyone now understand this concept. We can apply the technique here also, right? The same technique can be applied in this concept also. So friends, go and take your practice set books, or I think everyone having an Agarwal book, RS Agarwal book, or CAT books, that is Rajesh Verma, that is Arigan books, and CAT books, Arun Sharma. I think many of the persons are having those books, right? So better take those questions, and though they have solved a very lengthy procedure, try to apply this technique in all those questions that is based on this model, so that you can crack this question, friends. Let me move on to the next question, where this question is based on a wages based problem, right? Okay, A can do a piece of work in 10 days while B can do it in 15 days. They work together for 5 days and the rest of the work is done by C in 2 days. If they get rupees 450 for the whole work, how should they divide the money? So friends, first of all, try to understand the normal procedure for this question, right? The normal procedure might help you to solve all the difficulty level question that is based on wages, right? So friends, wherever you find the money, that is they are sharing a certain amount, or they have told me that some profit is A is getting, like that, our only target is to find ratio, friends. If the money need to be divided or money need to be shared, only target, if you find the ratio only, we can crack this question. So we need to find the ratio, right? That is our first aim. So they have given that A and B, while B can complete in 15 days, but they have told you one thing, that they worked for 5 days and the remaining work is done by C in 2 days. So let me see, friends, what is the work done by A and B in 5 days, right? So we know, everyone knows this technique, right? So A equal to 1 by 10 and B equal to 1 by 15. So both the persons, first of all, let me see what is A plus B. So 1 by 10 plus 1 by 15. So I think LCM will be 30. So 3 plus 2, that is 5 divided by 30. Then it is 1 divided by 6. So 1 by 6 is both the persons have required to complete a work. But they have said that they worked for 5 days. So A plus B into 5. So we can say that 1 by 6 into 5, the resultant will be 5 by 6. So friends, they have completed 5 by 6 of the work in 5 days, but the remaining work is done by C in 2 days. So what is the remaining work, friends? So remaining work will be 1 minus 5 by 6, that is 1 by 6. This 1 by 6 work is completed by C in 2 days, but our target is to find what is C alone can complete a job. We can say that C alone can complete the job, that is 6 into 2 will be 12 days. So we can say that C alone can complete a job in 12 days, and we know that A alone can complete a job in 10 days and B alone can complete a job in 15 days. After finding every single person, let me try to find what is the ratio of the work, right? So friends, listen carefully, friends. A is working for 10 days. He can complete a job in 10 days. Similarly, ratio B can complete a job in 15 days. Now we finally found C can complete a job in 12 days. Out of 10 days, they have said that they work together for 5 days. That means the person A is working for 5 days, B is working for 5 days. Friends, clear on that? They have said that they work for together. That means A and B working for 5 days. So I can write 5 here and I can write 5 here. And the remaining work is completed by C in 2 days. That means I can write 2 here. So friends, listen here, friends. So 1, that is 1 divided by 2, and similarly 1 divided by 3, and here it is 1 divided by 6. So I can say the ratio will be 1 by 2 is to 1 by 3 is to 1 by 6. Friends, always remember that ratio should not be in a fraction part, right? So let me bring this to the numerator. The only thing, if I multiply all the 3 numbers into 6, so that I can bring this ratio into numerator. Friends, clear on the concept? 1 by 2 into 6. Let me cancel this 3 times. So I can say that 3. Second, 1 by 3 into 6. So 2 times 2 ratio. Then second, 1 by 6 into 6, 6 and 6 gets cancelled, so 1. So finally I can say that 3 is to 2 is to 1 will be the ratio of their work. So if I find the ratio, calculating the amount will be easy, right? They have said that if they get 450 for the whole work, how do they divide the money? So if I take A, friends, we know that A is to B is to C. If I want to calculate A, then we can say that 3 divided by total work into 450. So similarly, if you need to calculate B, that is 2 divided by 6 into 450, right? After finding this, everyone can divide the money, but only thing is that we should know this method properly, right? A and B is working for 5 days. After 5 days, the remaining work is completed by C. So first of all, find A and B is how many days they have, how many work they have completed, that is 5 by 6 works completed. So the remaining will be 1 by 6. But that 1 by 6 work is completed by C in 2 days. So I can say that the total work done by C, that is C alone can complete a work in 12 days. So A 10 days, B 15 days, and C alone can complete a work in 12 days. And initially they have said that both the persons are working for 5 days. So I can say that A is working for 5 days, B is working for 5 days, and out of this 12 days, C is working for 2 days. So after finding the ratio, in order to bring to the numerator into 6, where every number will get cancelled, so I have took 6 here. So 3 is to 2 is to 1 will be ratio. So finally we have divided those money. So friends, let me move on to another question, right? So these are the some of the different question, right? So let me move on to the another question, friends. Let me move on to next interesting question, where the problems that is based on wages, right? 2 men undertake to do a piece of work for rupees 600. One can do it in 6 days and other in 8 days. With the assistance of boy, they finish it in 3 days. The boy's share should be, right? So friends, I think it is one of the interesting question, where the question that is based on wages. Friends, listen carefully, friends. Not only in this question, right? Wherever you find the amount in time and work, right? Rupees or some amount is given in the time and work question, definitely the first only target to find the ratio. If you find the ratio for these types of question, you can get an answer easily, right? I am just going to say you one trick to solve these types of question, that is based on the amount is given, that is the wages amount is given. Friends, let me understand the concept. 2 man is doing a piece of work for rupees 600, right? And one can complete in 6 days and other man can complete in 8 days. But with the assistant of boy, they can complete a work in 3 days, right? 3 days, yeah, they can complete a work in 3 days. Our target to what is the share of the boy. Friends, if these types of question comes to your exam, not only if there are more than 4% or 5%, B and C are working, don't worry about that. Our only target to find the work, the total work. How to find the total work, friends? Listen carefully. One can do it in 6 days, right? Only 6 here, right? 6. And other man can complete a work in 8 days. And similarly, where all the three can, if all the three works, they can complete a work in 3 days. So after writing this, take an LCM, friends, right? I think LCM 6, 8, 24. I think 6, 8, 3, I think LCM will be 24, right or wrong, friends? LCM will be 24 for all the three works. So I can do one thing, that the efficiency can be calculated easily, friends. Look at here. First of all, A can do a job in 6 days. I can say that 24 by 6 is the ratio of the work. Friends, got the idea? If I find the total work, that is 24, by using an LCM method, so I can say that 24 by 6 is the efficiency, that is work done by A, that is one man. Similarly, work, that is efficiency of the second man, where 24 total work divided by, he can complete a job in 8 days. And similarly, friends, C is most important. Why? Because all the three are work with assistance of a boy. That means all the three can finish a job in 3 days. But our target is to only find C ratio. If we need to find C ratio, friends, listen carefully. 24 by 3, that is not only C, all the three, right? We need to eliminate A and B. So minus of A, that is 24 by 6 plus 24 divided by 8. So after finding this, we can calculate the ratio and we can easily solve this question. Friends, understand the concept. 24, which I took by using an LCM method. So 24 by 6 is the efficiency of one man. At the efficiency of second man will be 24 by 8. But efficiency of the boy, we need to calculate the efficiency of boy. Listen carefully, friends. This 3 days is the total work done by all the 3%. So we need to find only C. So 24 by 3 minus A and B. So if I solve this, I think 6 4s are 24, then ratio, and I think 8 3s are 24. Then while solving it, friends, I think I have got an LCM, that is 1, that is the ratio. I have got this one. So try it, right? So 4 is to 3 is to 1. So finally we got the ratio 4 is to 3 is to 1. So friends, solve this part, right? I am getting 1 ratio. Okay, friends, we need to find what is the share of the boy. If we need to share of the boy, so 1 divided by, so 4 plus 3 will be 7, 7 plus 1 will be 8. So 1 by 8 into the total amount, which is 600. So I hope if you solve this question, you will get the answer, what is the share that is obtained by the boy. So friends, this concept is most important. Some case A and B working for 8 days, or B and C can complete a job in 16 days. So whatever sum be, don't worry about that. Write only the number of days where they can complete. After writing it, take an LCM. By using an LCM itself, we found this is the work done, that is the total work. We are assuming that this is the total work, right? So 24 divided by 8, 24 divided by 6 to find the efficiency of the every person. So after finding it, we can easily find the share of all the persons, right? So friends, use this technique if the question that is based on wages problem, right? Let me move on to another interesting question that is sent from one of my subscriber, right? It is so interesting. A can build up a wall in 8 days, while B can break it in 3 days. A has worked for 4 days and B joined to work with A for another 2 days only. In how many days A alone will build up the remaining part of the wall? Okay, friends, they have said that A can build a wall in 8 days, but B can break it in 3 days. And A is starting the work and he worked for 4 days, and then B joined with A only for 2 days, and we need to find in how many days A alone will complete the remaining part of the work, right? So friends, I think the total work, right? So we can say one thing, that A can build a wall in 8 days. That means we can write A equal to 1 divided by 8. And B can break it in 3 days. So we can say that B equal to 1 divided by 3. And friends, first of all, A is working for 4 days, right? And B is working, A and B is working for 2 days, right? Friends, clear on the concept? A worked for 4 days and B joined it with A only for 2 days. That means we can do one thing. A is working for 4 days, and we can say that A and B will be working for 2 days. And we need to find for this 6 days how many part of work's been completed, right? We know that A can complete a work in 8 days. We need to find what is A 4-day work, and we can clearly say that A equal to 1 by 8 into 4, that is A equal to 1 by 2. Friends, got it? So for the 4 days, A completed 1 by 2 of the work. Then they have said that A plus B is working for 2 days. Let me find, friends, A plus B 1 day work, right? So A is 1 by 8. Friends, listen carefully. we need to find A plus B one day work, but here B is breaking, not B is building, right? So if B is breaking, so I can say that minus 1 by 3. Let me find the one day work, friends. I think 24, right? So 8 3s are 24, then 8, that is minus 5 by 24. Friends, listen carefully, friends. Can you understand the concept? I am just taking A plus B one day work, right? So I have calculated A plus B one day work, that is minus 5 by 24. Friends, listen, don't eliminate the minus. Why? Because if both the persons are building, then the answer will be in plus. Here the person B is breaking down something, so we can say that minus 5 by 24 is the one day work that is done by A and B. We know that A and B is working only for 2 days, so let me calculate the 2 day work, right? So one day they are working minus 5 by 24 for 2 days. Minus 5 by 24 into 2, I can say that minus 5 by 12. So friends, and now I have found that A worked for 4 days, that is 1 by 2, and A and B, that is work for only 2 days, that is minus 5 by 12. So let me find what is the work done by 6 days, right? So here it is 1 by 2, then here it is minus 5 by 12. So I think 12 will be LCM. So friends, I think 6 minus 5, right? So we need to multiply this by 6. So 6 minus 5 will be 1. So I can write it as 1 divided by 12. So friends, 1 divided by 12 is the work completed, right? That is in 6 days. But our target is to find in how many days A will alone build the remaining part of the work, right? So let me find the remaining part. So remaining will be 1 minus 1 by 12, that is 11 by 12 part is remaining, right? So this 11 by 12 part A has to done. We know that A can complete a job in 8 days. So into 8, that is 88 divided by 12. I think if I cancel this on 4 table, friends, if I cancel this on 4 table, 22 by 3, this can be written as 7 1 by 3 days. So finally A can complete the remaining part of the work, that is 7 1 by 3 days. I think this is one of the interesting question, but a normal question, right? It is a medium number question, but you should know this concept, right? Most of the students will use to add 1 by 8 plus 1 by 3, then the entire sum will become strong. So friends, listen the concept carefully. A can build a wall in 3 days, but B can break a wall in 3 days, right? And they have said that A worked for 4 days, and after 4 days B joined with A only for 2 days. That means A plus B for 2 days. Initially I have calculated 4 day work done by A, that is 1 by 2. And first of all I calculate 1 day work done by A and B, that is minus 5 by 24. We need to calculate 2 day work. So minus 5 by 24 into 2, that is minus 5 by 12. So let me find what is the 6 day work. So I have found the 6 day work, that is A 4 day work, then A plus B 2 day work, that is minus 5 by 12. So finally I got 1 by 12 part is completed in 6 days. But our target is to find how many days A alone will complete the remaining part. So in order to calculate the remaining part, that is 1 minus 1 by 12, that is 11 by 12. So 11 by 12, the work should be done by A, where A can complete the work in 8 days. So 11 by 12 into 8, that is 88 by 12. So finally we can say that 7 1 by 3 days A can complete the remaining part of the work. Let me move on to next question, where this question is sent from one of my subscriber, and he told me that he is getting an answer 200 by 3, but the answer is 230 by 3. Okay, let me try to solve this question. I don't know what mistake you have done it, right? So 15 men can complete a work in 10 days. They started the work at end of 10 days. 15 additional men with double the efficiency is included. How many days in all they did to complete the work? Friends, remember that, don't get confused by seeing this line. 15 additional men with double the efficiency. Always remember one thing, friends. If 15 men is included with double the efficiency, let me take 15 men as 30 men. If they say 15 man with the triple the efficiency is added, then we directly take this 15 man as 45 man. That will be easy, right? So friends, 15 man can complete a work in 10 days. I think this will be solved by equation method, so easy, right? So 15 man into 210, right? So 15 man is taking to complete a work in 10 days. For this work, first of all, they have said that they started the work. They started. That means 15 men is starting the work at the end of 10 days. So we can say that 15 men is working for 10 days. Okay friends, for this work, first of all, this 15 man is working for 10 days. And then they have said that 15 additional men. Friends, always remember additional is most important. Additional men they are adding. Already here 15 men is adding. Now additionally 15 men with double the efficiency. That means 30 men is added with this 15 men. So I can say that 45 men into x. We doesn't know how much time they are taking to finish this work. So let me try to solve this equation, friends. Where 15 into 210. Okay, 15 into 210. Then minus 15 into 10 will be 150, so minus 150 equal to 45 into x. I think 15 into 210 will be 3150, so I think this will be 3000, friends. So 3000 equal to 45 into x. So I can write this as x is equal to 3000 by 45. I think we can cancel this on 15 table. If I cancel this on 15 table, which is 200 by 3. So the same answer which we are getting, friends. I think he made a mistake one thing. He assumed that this is the final answer. Whether it is the final answer? No, this is not the final answer. Why? Because look at the question. How many days in all did they work? That means already initially this is 10 days. Friends, got it? This is and initially they are working for 10 days. After 10 days with double the efficiency, they work for 200 by 3. But they are asking the total work. See here, friends, how many days in all did they take to finish the work? That means in all, the total number of days they are asking. So we can clearly say that the 10 days, first 10 days, 15 man is working, so 10 days. And after that 45 man is working, that is 200 by 3. So 200 divided by 3. So I can say that 230 by 3 will be the answer. I think 230 by 3 days can be written in a fraction part, right? There's mixed fraction, which is I think 76 2 by 3, right? So 76 into 3 plus 18. Okay, 76 2 by 3 is the number of days that requires to complete this work. So friends, this is easy question, but you should know how to frame this equation, right? If you know to frame this equation, you can crack this question. Remember one thing, that the last part is most important. How many days in all? That means they are asking about the total work completed days. So we need to say the 10 days initially they worked, and after additional man is added, they worked for 200 divided by 3 days. So totally they have worked for 230 by 3, that is 76 2 by 3 days to complete this work. Let me move on to next question. Mr. Pranab is on tour and he has rupees 360 for his expense. If he exceeds his tour by 4 days, he must cut down the daily expense by rupees 3. For the number of days of Pranab tour program is. So friends, let me understand the concept, right? Mr. Pranab is going to a tour for some days. We need to calculate how many days he is going for a tour. But he is having 360 rupees in his hand. If he exceeds his tour by 4 days, then he must cut down the daily expense by rupees 3. And we need to find what is the number of days he went for the program, right? So friends, let me understand one concept, that 1 day expense. Friends, I think we can use this concept. Listen carefully. 1 day expense. Right, friends, listen. 1 day expense, because of adding 4 days. If we extend 4 days, then we can say that the difference of both the rupees will be 3 rupees. Friends, clear on the concept? This is 1 day expense. Because of 4 days he extended, the difference of both the amount, that is the difference of both the expense, will be rupees 3. I think 1 day expense, we know that he is having 360 rupees in hand, but we doesn't know how many days. Similarly, difference 360, but he is extending 4 days. If we extend 4 days, that is x plus 4. So the difference of both the amount will be rupees 3. So let me try to solve this equation. So I think we can take 360 as common. 1 by x minus 1 divided by x plus 4 is equal to 3. Take an LCM, that is x into x plus 4. If I take this LCM, so in the numerator, that is x plus 4 minus x is equals to 3. So friends, here it is 360. So I think plus x and minus x will be cancelled, so remaining will be 4. So 360 into 4 is equal to, here it is x square, friends, x square plus 4x, but here it is 3. So 3x square plus 12x. So friends, first of all we frame an equation, right? So 3x square plus 12x minus 360 into 4 equal to 0. I think let me take 3 as common. If I take 3 as common, that is x square plus here it is, when we take 4x, So minus, when we take 3 as common, friends, it is 120. So 120 into 4, the resultant will be 480, right? So minus 480 equal to 0. Now we need to find the factors, right? So 480, the factors will be 24. I think 24 into 20, right? So 24 into 20 will be the factors, but we need to get minus, and here it is plus. So I can write it plus 24 and minus 20, but while writing x is equal to 20 and x2 is equal to minus 24, eliminate minus 24, right? The days will not be in minus. So I can say that x is equal to 20. So finally I can say that the number of days Pranab tour program will be 20 days. I think this is one of the different questions. So let me try to learn this concept also, right? In case if they ask this concept in any bank exam, you should not leave it, right? So better learn this concept also, which is most important. Remember friends, this equation is most important, right? 1 day expense, if we extend 4 days, then we can say that the difference of both the expense will be rupees 3.